I know some of you make funny shapes of puff puff, but don't worry, because today I will be showing you 4 easy techniques on how to scoop and mold puff puff so that you're going to achieve the perfect round shape. Do not go away. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel Cooking with Claudie. On today's episode I will be showing you how to scoop and mold puff or puff recipe. This video, like, it was a request because on Instagram whenever I post my puff, they're like, oh, how do you make it to be so smooth and round? So I decided to make this video and show you guys. If you're new here, it's very special welcome to you. To my returning subscribers, you guys are always the best. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and turn on a notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my recent uploads. In a mixing bowl, I'm just going to be adding some lukewarm water in here. Guys, please check the description box because I will be dropping the detailed recipe. Some instant yeast. I'll drop in some sugar so it activates the yeast. For the sugar, you can put any amount of sugar based on how sweet your tooth is, and some salt. For flavor, I will be using nutmeg. Then I'll now bring in my flour, mix everything perfectly. Your puff batter is supposed to be really stretchy. If yours is so hard, you can go ahead and add a little bit of water until you reach this consistency. So when everything has been perfectly mixed, I'm just gonna cover it, then let it rise for at least 45 minutes to 1 hour. You can now see that it has doubled in size. I'll just take off this transparent foil cover here. And so the first step to scoop and mold, I'm just gonna like take some of that puff in there. Then I will squeeze and catch the puff like this. So you just try to carry the puff in your hand in such a way that you can scoop out 2 to 3 puff in one go, or if you cannot do 2 to 3 at once, carry in such a quantity that you can just scoop out just once. But the one in my hand now, I can scoop out like 2 or 3. So what you do first is you squeeze and catch. You use your thumb and squeeze like this and catch again. Squeeze and catch. This is how you mold it. No matter how you want to cut the puff, you have to mold it like this first. So the first step, you squeeze it between your thumb and the index finger. So we're going to try again one more time. Scoop out the puff or take the puff from the bowl. Then squeeze and catch. Squeeze and catch like this. This is the only way to mold it. Like I said before, no matter how you want to cut it, you have to mold it like this. Use your thumb, your index finger, squeeze like this and catch. So when you're catching, you're catching such a way that this part that goes at the bottom comes back at the top, since you're going to be using your thumb and your index finger to cut like this. So to cut it, you're squeezing or you're tightening up your thumb and your index finger so that it cuts easily. So like this, I'm just trying to put it in the slow-mo so that you guys can easily get it. So your thumb and your index finger, and you cut it like this. You squeeze it, squeeze your thumb and your index finger like that, and you cut it. So guys, I hope this method, just let me know in the description box which method is easy for you to use or which one is better. So for the second method right here, we are just gonna take some of that again using a spoon. Just try to grease the spoon with some cooking oil. Then As usual, mold the puff as I told you before, then use a spoon to cut. If you're having difficulties with your index finger and your thumb to squeeze it, just use a spoon. You mold it like I told you before, you squeeze and catch, then you cut with a spoon. Trust me, you're going to have beautiful shapes. Yeah, and that's it. So for the third technique, you're going to use, some people love using like their thumb and their little finger to cut it like from under. It's just like the opposite direction from the first step I told you. So instead of using the thumb and the index finger, you're going to be using your thumb and your little finger instead to cut it. So that's the third one. And the fourth one, I know many people are going to be doubting like, oh, which kind of a one is this? But trust me, some people just like using this method. I won't lie to you. So in the pan, I'm just going to open up some Ziploc or any plastic bag you have. I will transfer the puff batter inside. Then using a bottle, I just like cut the tip or the cover. Then grease the bottle with some oil to avoid the puff batter from sticking to the bottle. Because if you don't do that, you're going to waste a lot of puff batter. So here, transfer that inside the bottle. So what I did is I just like cut a little bit of hole in that plastic bag. Then I just transfer everything inside. You see that it is a non-stick. The puff does not stick to it. So trust me, when you're scooping out the puff, everything is going to come out from the bottle. Some people like this method, trust me. So what do you do with this one in the bottle? You press it out, then you use kitchen scissors guys, and you cut it like that. You see how that is? So let's get to start frying. That's the first step I told you guys. You squeeze with your thumb and the index finger like that. Just watch closely how it's done, and trust me, you're going to achieve perfect round shape of puff. This was the second step, using a spoon. That's the greased spoon. While you're using the spoon, you'll see that sometimes it's gonna dry out because the spoon has already come in contact with the batter many times. So what you're gonna do again, just grease the spoon again, then you get started all over. So yeah. So for the other step, we're going to be moving forward. This is the other method where you're squeezing your little finger against your palm. Before, I said your thumb and your little finger. No, it's your little finger and your palm. Just squeeze it like that. And the next, we have this easy and super easy method. And you just curd it like that. That's all you need to do. So guys, you can see our puff is beautiful looking. It has a round shape. And let me know in the comment section which is your favorite method, and maybe we can learn something new from you. Tell us another method you think might help other people to achieve better round shaped puff. So now I'm just gonna cut it and see how it looks inside. But I know this recipe is the perfect one. I have been using it many times. So chewy, soft, and beautiful. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again in my next video, keep trusting my recipes and stay safe. Bye bye.